Hey, welcome to the Dan and Steve show. I'm Steve.
And I'm Dan.
Hello.
Hi there.
So, we're going to be talking about the difference between franchising and multi-level marketing. So, I'm going to start asking you a few questions about, you have a background of multi-level marketing. You mentioned that you're involved with Uphone.
Ubiphone.
Ubiphone.
Yes.
Yeah, so tell us a bit about Ubiphone.
Okay, the story with the Ubiphone is that years ago we started to have cellular phone in Israel. But cellular phone in Israel, we started with Pelephone, and then we switched to Cellcom, and then other companies. And a family used to pay great amount of money for cellular phones in Israel. So some guys came up with an idea to do a multi-level marketing, which is some kind of a pyramid, to lower the prices of the cellular phone. So they came up with an Israeli invention, voice over IP.
I remember at that time we were spending fortunes of money for...
Right. We paid like 1,500 shekels for 4 accounts in the house.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Today, what, like 100 shekels?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So anyway, few guys that I met them at the time, they came up with this idea to purchase this box, some kind of an adapter, and you hook it to the internet, and you make cheap phone calls. So what was interesting is that for me it was the first time that I actually started to go to meetings and learn marketing and start to do some business. And we had to meet people and convince them to join us. And we paid about $400 to have some kind of an account with this Ubiphone company.
That was basically your initial investment.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah.
The fee, okay.
Yes, and then the idea was that once we are in, we attract other customers to become members of this company, and they will get their own people.
So they were called the downliners, right?
Right, yeah. So this is kind of a pyramid that is more or less illegal all over the world, and especially in Israel. Anyway, so actually the phone adapter, which was supposed to be connected to the internet, never worked. I never made money from this. Some people became rich from this business.
Israel Bluff?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
But I met some people, I learned some things, and it was very interesting. The $400 went away, and then they invented another system with the SIM card, to put a SIM card in the box. It never worked in Israel.
So your opinion about multi-level marketing, 1 to 10, 10 being good, 1 being bad, would be what?
Very bad.
Very bad.
Yeah.
A 1 or a 2.
Yeah.
Not much more than that. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, very interesting, yeah. And then I think afterwards, some friends contacted me to join another multi-level marketing business, and I said that was enough. One time was enough for me. But I met some friends, which is good. I made some friends.
Always good to meet friends.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Now, what about you, Steve? You told me that you are into franchising.
Yeah.
Tell me what you do in franchising and
Well, franchising is a big industry. Lot to explain. It's difficult to explain franchising in 2 minutes. But if there's one thing I can say about it, I have a very interesting story about franchising. People think that franchising is like very complicated. We've heard about companies with thousands of stores. Subway, 44,000 locations. McDonald's, 37,000. Pizza Hut, 18,000. But I mean, I'll ask you.
Okay.
I mean, where do they all start?
Somewhere in the world.
But they all start with actually their very first location.
Okay.
And my message over here is that anybody that's got a business that is a proven concept could all become franchisors. They could all develop chains. The story about Pizza Hut is really interesting. 2 brothers, Dan and Frank Carney, in 1958, they were students and just needed to make some money, wanted to work smart, so they decided to open up their own pizza business. They lent $600 from their mother, and all they could afford was a small place that was kind of like a hut.
Mm-hmm.
And on the sign there was only enough place to put 8 letters. Pizza Hut. 8 letters, and that was the beginning of Pizza Hut, which today has got 18,000 locations.
And Steve, you told me about these 2 guys that opened the first Pizza Hut in America. Where was it?
Pizza Hut started in Dimona, somewhere in Israel. Yep. No, I'm joking. Wichita, Kansas. So that's it from us, the Dan and Steve show. So bye from Steve.
Bye from Dan. See you next time.